Next card. It's a weird looking card. What the heck is this?
Quito? Quito.
I didn't think this through. All right, let's continue.
Rack Cat? A raccoon? What does that say? Loses all mobility when not in Japan. Rocket attacks target insanely loud noises.
All right. It's nice looking.
I'll order some more of these Begimon cards for my shipper. Hang on, you guys. Pizza pie, Felipe, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens, mozzarella, and delicious.
I'm not going to bring it up a ton on this stream at all, so we'll see if we can squeeze it in. But I really enjoy it. Okay, and then yesterday it was StarFox time, and by all criteria, all right, I'm just going to say it outright. Once again, Nintendo has done it. They have literally once again bait and switched their audience. I don't know how they keep getting away with it, but they do. Okay? They advertised StarFox as a new game. They're charging $50 digitally, $60 physically to buy this game. Okay? When they did their Nintendo Direct, they claimed new content. They outright said in the Nintendo Direct, there is new content in StarFox. They lied. Again. Okay? This once again is a one-to-one port of StarFox 64, the Nintendo 64 version of StarFox. If you're not aware, they already ported it years ago to the DS. So this is the second time they're reselling the same game. Now, you might say, well, then how can they say there's new content? Well, there's a challenge mode, which all it is a mode that has a few extra challenges per stage. Like it'll say, kill every one of this kind of robot on the stage. Don't miss any of them. Okay, well, what's the point of that? Nothing. No, really, nothing. There's no point. It's just an extra challenge. And they're listing it in a separate mode in the menu, acting like it's new content. It's not. It's the same stage. Okay? There is one new aspect to StarFox. There's online play. It's 4v4 squadron play, group against group. And it has these maps where it's like capture the flag. You basically got to sit in an area and dominate the area and fight off the opponents while you're doing it. It's okay. But the thing is, the first few matches, they force you to play against bots. I played it for like a half an hour and still didn't get to fight any humans, so I was bored and I ran out of time. Maybe there's something to it, but to be honest, it's kind of simplistic. It doesn't seem super interesting, and it's certainly not worth a $50 price tag. So if you want to one-to-one play StarFox again, okay, you can get it, right? Go for it. But quite frankly, I do think it's kind of a ripoff. There's nothing new about the game. There's no new elements. They didn't add any new gameplay features whatsoever. It's exactly StarFox 64 again. I like StarFox 64. So I played through it yesterday, and it takes 2 hours to beat the game. But as you replay the game, as you do optional criteria, you unlock other paths. Essentially, there's 3 paths. There's middle, easy, and hard. So there's 3 ways to play the game. And each way does give you new stages. So I want to make that clear. It's not like, you're doing the same stages over and over. Each path is new stages, and I think there's 16 stages total. In each run, you'll roughly play 7 stages. So there's going to always be the first and final stage being the same, and kind of the middle stages are the ones that are going to be different. So once you do the game 2 or 3 runs, you've seen the whole game, it's basically 6 hours of content. And they're charging $50 digital, $60 physical for 6 hours of content. You can't make it up. If it were anyone else, they'd be getting hell for it. Right? Am I right? If it were anyone else on planet Earth, people would be up in arms, and they'd be like, this is completely unacceptable. I can't believe that Nintendo is doing this. What a ripoff. You know what I mean? And what a debacle. But no, simply because it's Nintendo, they'll get a pass. They lied. They outright said there's new content. There's no new content in the game. It's the same game again. So they're going to sell you Mario Kart World for $80 and claim there's a huge open world with all this content. There's none. And then here, they're going to say there's a new game, new content. There's none. So anyway, here's the deal. I beat it once, and I did a little bit of the multiplayer. I'm going to do another night stream of it on Sunday because I do want to do the alternate paths because they are interesting. Like there's an underwater stage and all kinds of fun stuff. I do want to do another stream of it. I don't know if it'll do well. It might be a dead stream. Quite frankly, it might be a dead stream that no one cares about. But I want to play it one more time. I like StarFox, and I paid $50 for the game. I want to at least get a little bit more gameplay out of it. So I hope if you like that, you'll be here on Sunday night for it. If not, I can't blame you. It's nothing special. It's the same game, right? Okay. So that is the video update, meaning that's what we did this week, video-wise and content-wise. Now, what else went down this week was insane, okay? I'm not kidding when I tell you this. In 1 week, we nearly went through 2 boxes of Pokemon cards, okay? We finished the second half of the Surging Sparks box that we had left over from last week, and we went through an entire box of Mega Evolution. Did we get any good cards? One, that Hydreigon that you just saw, the Hydreigon EX, worth about $50. We got a few other hits, for example. In the Mega Evolution box, this was a special promo box that came with a special card. I got lucky, and I got a Bulbasaur card that's worth $26. Other people get this, it's worth like $1. But I got the one that's worth a lot of money. So I got lucky with this special promo card that was in the box. Awesome, right? Obviously, that's cool. So that was worth something. But outside of that, the rest of the box was pretty worthless. In fact, my best card in the box outside of the promo card was the same exact Mega Venusaur EX I already had from a month ago when we opened the first box of Mega Evolution. So I got exactly the same pull twice. What are you going to do, right? I mean, that's the nature of the beast. That's how it works with these things. So there you go. So, going through all these cards, right? I mean, insane amount of support this week to get through all those cards. And thank you to anyone who contributed or supported my streams to get those pulls and to get the hype going for Pokemon. It continues, okay? I faced a conundrum last night, a debacle, a dilemma, all right? Last night on the TCG stream, I got so much support. We finished the Mega Evolution box. We did 2 ultra rare pack pulls from these boxes. Okay? And now we have 2 packs each in these boxes for ultra rare, for tons of support. You know, if we get a $100 contribution or we hit $250 on a stream, I open one of these. So we still have some of these left. But I was completely out of Pokemon cards for regular box pulls, right? And on top of that, due to the support last night, I actually owed an extra pull. Seriously, I like an IOU because I didn't have any cards left. All right? Well, the good news is, this morning, another box of cards did arrive. It's Chaos Rising. This is the latest set that just came out in May. This was the one that I opened a whole box of myself about a month ago, and that's how I got my most valuable card ever, the Mega Greninja EX right there, okay? Now, the truth is, that's really the only hit I got out of the box. Everything else was very low value. There's a ton of other cards in this box that have value, including the hyper rare Mega Greninja that's full gold, and that one actually is retaining its value. Sadly, this card lost most of its value. Well, not most. It was worth $370. Now it's down to $280, and it's still dropping. This is what happens with the hype of a new set. The cards come out and they're worth a ton, and then they slowly lose value. And that's what happened. That was worth a ton at first because it was the new set, and now it's lost almost $100 in value over the last 2 to 3 weeks. Them's the breaks. However, there's more to be had in this set. We have pretty much nothing else out of the set. So this will be our next box starting today. In fact, on this stream, I owe you a pack already. And we're going to have a freebie because we're doing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. So we're going to open at least 2 packs of cards on this stream, regardless of what happens with support or anything else. Okay? So I hope you're excited for that. And I certainly hope that you will get rallying support for Pokemon today. And we'll see even more cards on the stream. The Pokemon streams have done well this week, as well as the TCG. It was only Pokemon Champions that didn't do well. So we're continuing with Brilliant Diamond after this podcast, and hopefully you guys will support the stream and we will see some cards opened. All right. Now, leaves me in another precarious position with the rate that we've been opening cards, right? How many are we going to open today? I don't know. It could be a crazy day or it could be a slow day. I don't know. So I'm already trying to get another box, but the problem is I've been having some issues getting them here quickly. Like this box was actually supposed to be here already, and it showed up this morning like a day late. And I don't know how long it's going to take to get more here. You know, obviously I'm trying to get them here, but, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping for the best and that I'll be able to get the cards here, maybe another box on like Sunday, Monday. But that's the thing. If we go through this whole box in 2 days, I don't know if I'm going to have another box. I got lucky that they showed up this morning, but we'll see. I'm doing my best. Like I said to you guys, this has been crazy. The mania over Pokemon card openings. I didn't expect to get the levels of support I did this week. So I didn't have that many on deck. You know, who would have thought I would have went through a whole box in 2 days like I did? So, all right. So let's see how it goes. If you like the Pokemon card stuff, please support today's streams. On this stream, we're already opening 2 packs. If we get support on the podcast, I'll open some during this show. All right. So $50 contribution, guaranteed pack opening. If we get to $100 of cumulative support, another pack opening. And for every 50 after, another pack opening. If someone does a very generous contribution of $100, we open one of the mega packs. And if we get 250 cumulative on the stream, we'll do another mega pack. So if you guys support during the show, we will open the cards right now at the end of the podcast before we get to Pokemon. Okay? If not, then we will actually do it after the Pokemon gameplay later on in the stream. Fair enough? All right. I got a couple quick shout outs today. I'm not going to bring it up a ton on this stream at all.